Tesla's sales are down something like 60% in a number of European countries, and it makes you think, as the bubble finally popped for the company. I don't think that's the case, although I think Elon's been a little bit slow to reduce the prices of his vehicles with the influx of cheaper Chinese alternatives. Obviously China's big on EVs over there, but the likes of the UK and what have you haven't got the infrastructure, I don't think, to support a high percentage of the vehicles to be EVs. People are probably opting more for hybrids where they've got an engine and a motor and they're getting the best of both worlds. But it's definitely a shift in public mindset away from EVs if sales aren't there. Basically, the demand's not there, even after the government's trying to pressurise people into getting them. But you've got to think the likes of Porsche producing and developing the internal combustion further to be more economical, and hydrogen technology is knocking on the door as well. And if you speak to any mechanics that are in the industry, or you follow anyone online, they're an absolute nightmare to work on EVs, and they're so expensive for batteries and bits, and insurance is real high on them, and like I said, the infrastructure is just not there. So it's going to be a tough year this year for Elon, whether he moves more towards the robo-taxi that he said he's been introducing. The deadline has been put further and further back as time's gone on. But as for EV vehicles sales on a whole, that's why the likes of VW are in so much trouble over there as well in Germany. Their sales are massively not really hitting the mark in Europe. So it just goes to show that people's mindset's starting to move away from EVs. Now, are the government going to step up the way in which they regulate, or the incentives, or what? Because I know in America they've rescinded a lot of the incentives to buy EVs. I think you've got some kind of like check towards the purchase of it. So whether they're going to ramp that up in European cities, or trying to get people into having the mindset of it's a good thing and we're going to sustain the price a little bit, or give you a bit more of an incentive, or are they going to charge internal combustion engines a little bit more with car tax or pay per mile? Who knows? But yeah, sales down massively and not looking good for Tesla. And to be honest, I think it's a bit of a cult stock. And the fact that Elon is such a high profile figure, the stock's been artificially higher. If you think of its market cap versus the size of the company and the sales of the company versus like a Toyota, I think Tesla's bigger market cap than like 3 or 4 of the main vehicle manufacturers put together. So it just goes to show that it's not really sort of holding up its valuation, I don't think. So we're probably going to see the stock slide a little bit, if anything's not done by Elon to kind of prop it up a little bit. But it's not going to be good because it's quite a staple of the S&P 500 as well. So with all the things going on with Nvidia and what have you, it could be a bit of a bubble starting to pop in the US stock exchange. So let's keep our eyes peeled.